Okay, so then also around this time, Ultramagnetic MCs finally put out their classic album, Critical Beatdown, which featured Traveling at the Speed of Thought, completely different than what you had heard on the original 12-inch. And after that album, they released a 12-inch single of that version of Traveling at the Speed of Thought. There you go, cool sticker cover. Now, unfortunately, the album version of this song, well, certainly much better than the old version, but unfortunately it's very short. It's cut off is what it is. It's unfinished. They only use the first 2 verses and they just kind of chop it up. So the full version is on this 12-inch. The short version is on here too on the B-side. It's, you know, under 2 minutes. But the full proper version using all 4 verses and everything is on this 12-inch. So I'm going to play you a clip of that right now. Still uses a lot of Louie Louie, but in a different way.
Space control, what's up? This is Set G, Delta Force 1, Omega Supreme, Lexatron 10. Do you read me?
Yes, I do, Delta. This is Cool Keith, Exatron, Delta Counter 1, taking off.
Alright, my brother, let's do this.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can take your mind off and on to a new track. To tell ducks how to act, respect me when I whoop your brain, skip your brain, and dip your brain in a lotion while I deck your skull. I'm like a bird when I'm pecking your skull to a hurt and swell, puff, bleed, blood, patches down, covering knots for eye jamming. I'm taking your brain from the back. I'ma pull out your ears cause I'm sick, traveling hard, ill, off, another lunatic, smacking germs, eating bugs, biting mouse.
So you hear they actually use a different Louie Louie guitar riff, and basically except for that guitar riff, that's all it has in connection to Louie Louie at this point. But certainly a much better song. Lyrically, it's bugged, it's great. Seji and Cool Keith both have some really nice flows. I mean, it's one of my favorite all-time hip-hop songs. Also on this 12-inch is the, let me get it right here, the Hip House Club remix, which actually isn't all that bad. It's not all that different from the version you've just heard. They've added some new elements, some Planet Rock samples, and a little bit else, you know, a few other samples. I'll play you a clip.
As I take your mind off and on to a new track. To tell ducks how to act, respect me when I whoop your brain, skip your brain, and dip your brain in a lotion while I deck your skull. I'm like a bird when I'm pecking your skull to it hurt and swell, puff, bleed, blood, patches down, covering knots for eye jamming. I'm taking your brain from the back. I'ma pull out your ears cause I'm sick, traveling hard, ill.
I mean, this is some pretty funky percussion for a house mix.
Eating bugs, biting mouse. Roaches one while I'm traveling. On to Bellevue cause I'm sick, traveling hard at the speed of thought.
Well, I'm back to see the freak. I mean,
And so you hear it doesn't even use Louie Louie at all at this point. So you've also got instrumental versions of both versions. Like I said, you've got the short album version, and this also has the exclusive chorus line, their posse cut, which is a really hot song. It features all the Ultramagnetic MCs, including like T.R. Love and stuff who usually never rhyme, and Tim Dog, and the instrumental for that. So definitely a classic must-own single if ever there was one. Okay, so finally that Ultramagnetic's remix 12-inch came out in 1989. In 1990 came our last entry here, often credited to Young MC. In fact, you'll notice the the owner I got this from, I bought this used, credits it to Young MC. And he does produce it, his name's right there in the credits, but it is in fact by Maestro Fresh Wes. This is on the soundtrack to, let me get this right, to Coupe de Ville. They actually talk about Louie Louie in the movie, they argue about what the lyrics mean. And then they play this song during the closing credits. I only know that because I read it online, because I've never seen the film. So yeah, it's produced by Young MC, performed by Maestro Fresh Wes, however. He's not really at his best vocally here. A little warning before we get to it. The production is pretty nice. It starts out sounding a little poppy, but the percussion actually switches up a little later into the song and sounds better. Some liberal using, of course, of Louie Louie, and here, Maestro Fresh Wes is actually talking about the character in the song of the original lyrics to Louie Louie, but turning it into a whole hip-hop thing. I'm going to let you hear a sample now. See, this is pretty housey, but it fixes itself. I don't mean this. This is still housey.
Three brothers in a coupe de ville, 1,500 miles to get ill. Just doing it, do. Talk about Louie, Louie. You heard the story, but was it a story about gloom or glory? Some say Lou was a sailor, some say Lou was a failure. Some say that Lou was shabby. No, I'm Mac Daddy with a black caddy. I say Lou was a racket. Grabbed the microphone and said what's happening to all the ladies in the stands. You take command to get the master plan. So, party people, it's time to sweat cars. Louie is still in effect.
So yeah, clearly not Maestro Fresh West at his best, but you see what I mean about the percussion switching up and getting much better once his rap starts. So this 12-inch features a couple versions. This is actually pretty interesting because it's mislabeled. You've got the plain album version, which we've just heard, and then the Louie vocal remix, which is it's a pretty simple remix. It's not too different. They put some of the rap vocals right up at the front, and they changed the order around a little bit, but essentially it's the same song. But what's interesting here now is the B-side promises us, and frankly, I'm not too sore that we lose it, the Louie house mix, which I think you can imagine how it would go, considering you've got some house elements already in the original version there. So it'd probably just be more of that. And then finally, a Louie De Palma mix. So neither of those versions, though, are actually on this 12-inch. What is on this 12-inch is the instrumental to the album version, and then a short a cappella track. And that's it. So I don't know if there is another alternate pressing that actually has those remixes out there. I don't know if I go to any great length to seek them out if there was. I don't think there was, because this itself received a pretty limited release. Sort of an unknown little 12-inch, although it's probably mostly unknown because it sort of deserves to be. But certainly an interesting final entry into the Louie rap saga. Alright, so that's it for Louie and rap. Werner Van Monrad, peace out, see you next time.